8, 9, 10. Peace, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Listening Party. I'm Eric Leo 108, the philosopher, sociologist, and hip hop artist, and I'm debuting a brand new track like I do every Friday. This week's track is called Amy Goodman. Okay, before we jump in, drop where you're watching from and let me know if you read the blog post at finds.com. Check out the store. I could really use your support. If you hear something in the track that hits you, type it in the comments. Let's go bar for bar today. Okay, we're only live on school and YouTube, not Instagram anymore. Like I said in the Monday update, we wouldn't be doing anymore. Um, I think it's hurting my algorithm. I gotta do content. I gotta figure out the science of content. It's gonna be so much work. Um, it'll probably be worth it though. Who made the beat for Amy Goodman? Ryanie Anderson of Ryanie Beats. Who does it feature? Um, no one. I carry the whole thing. Is it Cosmic Love? No. Announcements. I'm gonna go into these announcements, then I'm gonna read the blog post, then we're gonna listen to the track. We're gonna listen to it again as I give it an interpretation, and then we're done. That's how this goes. Um, so there's a Cosmic Love response coming. There was one that's like 5 months old, and I think I saw it, and I didn't think it was about me by one of my main Cosmic Loves, and then immediately once I recognized it, the next day I wrote, recorded, and mixed and mastered a track. It's called Jewel. It'll be out not this coming Friday. That's Semper Fi. I just think like America needs to hear this message. It's about the song talks about not following illegal orders. So I think that one's important. And then that's called Semper Fi. And then Jewel comes out afterwards, which is this cosmic love response, which also addresses like current events. We'll see if Donald Trump is out of office by then, where I say, will someone please get Grandpa away from the nukes? So that comes out in 2 weeks. I hope my song is already obsolete by the time it comes out in 2 weeks, honestly. Because if we could get Donald Trump out of office, that would be amazing. Um, so, but yeah. Anyways, and then the song that comes out afterward is called Cry, which is also a cosmic love response. It's just cosmic love. I made two. There's Jewel and there's, what is the song called? Oh man. There's two songs I made in response to this cosmic love song that's like 5 months old. And one of them is coming out. It's going to be Jewel. It's going to come out in 2 weeks. The other one, I can't remember its name right now. I'd have to look it up, and it's going to take too much time. Anyways, that'll come out part of the Kingly album. I kind of fell into this like new album, from like, yeah, this perspective. Other announcements, join my school community. If you're an artist, you probably get a lot of value from it. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Amira Williams. I appreciate it. I can definitely help you if you're an artist. There's in the premium tier, there's two curriculum: the from obscurity to audience, which is an 8-week program, and that'll take you from making sure you know how to be an artist and how to profit from it, and that you're actually going to stick to it. And then if you're serious after that, you do the other program, which is MBF, which is the Music Business Foundation, which will tell you how to set up your business for long-term success. There's a VIP tier, but I haven't gotten to the curriculum yet. It's going to be for advanced, you know, people that can pay. It's more expensive. It's like I think it's set at $75 right now, where the premium is like $20 to $25. So the VIP, I'm gonna have like a lesson on how to do paid marketing. Um, but yeah. So if you want me to be your mentor, join the school team. Then the blog ecosystem. I found, I started like, I can't remember. I started like 15 blogs in 2012. And then I just let them and then let them go. And then they were filled with stuff that I never published. And then I'm kind of like condensing it down to 8 blogs. And I'm I'm condensing it. I'm taking old posts and putting it on the new blogs, and I have to update the posts and everything. And I'm doing that and like deleting the old blogs, but I'm still doing that. Like I got up to date on like all my blogs that are like have URLs that are out there and from the posts that were in there, but the other blogs that I'm putting into the new revitalized blogs are not done yet. So I actually enjoy writing the blog posts. I learn, I review and I learn a lot of stuff. Like I know this stuff and then I contextualize it with the research that I do and the AI assistance of writing the posts and everything like that. So yeah, if you want if you want to see the blogs, go to ericleo108.com backslash network or fiance.com backslash network. And you can find the network blogs. The best performing one is the Psychosocial Philosopher, where you can find it at psychosocialphilosopher.com. So I've been producing tracks. I talked about this in the Monday update. I think I've produced, 5 now. Jewel is self-produced. So is Cry. Um, that's coming. I just uploaded them yesterday. I haven't got the confirmation email that they got passed, but yeah, but I'm sure they will. And I those are self-produced, so I'll have self-produced songs coming out. The only other person that helped me work on it was the beat maker, and I haven't even got them reviewed. Like nobody has heard this. The first time anybody will have heard this is when I come out with it. So that tells you about the level of confidence I have. Um, I'm one that just puts it out, and if people don't like it, I get feedback and fix the next one. I have so many songs, and I'll talk about it at the end here about the albums coming up. Um, but yeah, I've been producing tracks. That's gonna save me money. Oh, my social worker made a comment about how happy I was, like 2 days ago or yesterday when we had our meeting, and I'm happy for 2 reasons. I got my taxes done, and there's like a tax credit in Michigan, and I got like a big tax credit in Michigan, and it's gonna get me out of the hole for debt, and I'm just so happy. Like I'm just so happy. Like I didn't know how I was gonna pay for it, and money's a big issue for me. Um, so um, there's gonna be enough to pay off the card and then some. So I'm really happy. That means I can, I got to figure out what I want to put the money towards or whatever, um, the extra money. Um, but I'm just so happy. Like I've always said that I think America, like basically being broke in America, is bad for my mental health. If I had money, I'd probably be a lot happier. That and having Emma. Um, but yeah, that and so it was the taxes that I got back, and I got some money, and then this cosmic love response has made me happy. So it was. She says she normally doesn't see me smile so much. So Good on you. Uh, let's see. Last so yeah, last week's release was Jane Goodall. This week's release is Amy Goodman. Um, Next week's release is Semper Fi. The week after is Cry. The Mr. Congeniality 2 album is uploaded and comes out August 28th. I have like I'm in a good position now because I have like this. No, I'm not going through a breakup. I'm talking about my release schedule on my hip hop artist Zachary. Um, I do this every week at 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and school. So the America 2 album. So I'm talking about one of the albums I'm coming out with this year. So the Mr. Congeniality 2 album comes out August 28th. The American 2 album is done. I even have an extra track that's going to be released on Even just for the direct just for Even and Bandcamp. I got to figure out how to promote this. I got to do content. I got to do a massive amount of content. I have so much stuff to promote. Like I just have to make my audience aware. They're not even aware. Like even like my YouTube stuff, like my YouTube when I come out with something and it goes up on YouTube, people don't watch it until I put out that blog post about it. So me doing this stuff on like social media and other outlets actually has a pull. Um, and I just need to inform people. So one of the other times I just mentioned the Dark Racism book in my I still haven't promoted it on even the book's Instagram. Um, I've been too busy. I'm always too busy. Like I gotta find time, or I gotta like make sure I'm more stringent with my time, and then it just becomes unfun and I lose motivation. So there's a delicate balance, but I don't know what I was talking about. Um, America 2 album is done, and Semper Fi that comes out next week is part of the America 2 album. It basically complements my book, The American Nightmare Project, that is out. You can find it by going to fiance.com/books. You can find all my stuff if you just go to fiance.com, which is also ericleo108.com. So, the America 2 album is done and it's going to come out in singles. It's the waterfall method, but all of it, all of it's a waterfall method. All of it is part of, like, they're not singles anymore. They're singles leading up to an album. Rarely do I publish um, just singles anymore. I make an album and then I release them as singles. So it just helps get more attention. That's just the way you got to release it as an artist to maximize your viewership. So I also have primary source material, which I have like 10 tracks done. Like it's basically done. I'm just like overachieving. I even have tracks for the Even, so when I release it direct to consumer, I have some tracks. Um, but I want to put more on it. I wanted to make some songs that are basically promotional about how I have blogs and the school community and Even and Bandcamp and um, I made some about each one of my books, my main books like so Farming Humans and uh, 108 and Canon Will Do. So that's primary source material. I swear there was another one, but I think that was just the Mr. Congeniality 2 album I was thinking of. Then I have like a couple songs in practice track form for Girl Talk, which is like, you know how people talk. It's just giving them fuel to talk, and it's more personal. It's more like, you know, this is what I would say to my girlfriend or wife or girls. Help them understand my perspective and why men think this way. Um, and then there's the one I fell into, which is kingly. Um, yeah, I don't have enough. There's other songs that I want to do. I'm also gonna be getting into sync. I'm taking. I have some mentors right now in sync, and I have a producer signed up, Pickle Fingers, that we're gonna start making stuff for sync. I just got to figure out what exactly to do, and then do it. Um, I'm still figuring out the strategy. I'm still preparing. Um, about what to do with that. I have like, you know, I have a contract for like all my Raini stuff. Nothing says I can't redo the beat, but I think I got to figure out whether sync licensing, like I have unlimited rights and I have rights to do sync licensing with all my Raini stuff, but I don't I don't know if they want that. They're telling me you want to be exclusive when you do sync. So I don't know if that exclusivity, like I can't tell Ryan to not make his stuff non-exclusive. Like it has to be, he has to still be able to sell the beat or whatever. But if I can get an exclusive with his non-exclusive songs I made with his non-exclusive beats, we're in business. Like whoa. Um, we're still in business. Like whoa, if I find another producer that's willing to take my uh, lyrics or my, that's probably what we should do. I have all my vocals from all my tracks. All you got to do is produce it again or make a beat around it. Anyways, I'm getting into sync. Apparent. I'm not gonna talk about what you need for sync. I guess I will. The most important thing apparently is metadata and alternatives, versions. So I got to figure out how to do that. It's just a lot of time suck. And then I made a like I'm thinking I one of my mentors made me look at rapper hooks a different way. Where I should just be selling my vocals and then demoing it with a beat and not selling the beat, just the vocals, and have like a sound kit of vocals. Like multiple producers have told me that they would pay for a vocal sound kit. Um, so that's a product that I'm thinking about making. It's just the time. It's just actually focusing between the content and the sync and the blog and the um, rapperhooks.com and releasing every week. It adds up. Oh, Alex Hormozy has said you need to focus on your time on what brings in income. And like if I did that, that's the problem. It just doesn't make a lot of income. So I gotta find something that where I'm not doing something right, where I'm not producing the marketing to bring in the income, so I can focus on that. Um, it all if I'm going with the like the beats with hook with if I'm going with the hooks route or the song route, I need an audience, so I need to focus on content. But if I'm going sync, I need to focus on sync, um, and producing tracks, which I also need with the content one. So I guess the sync is easier. And then I would have to totally learn blogs. There's also books. Yeah, I'm probably spread too thin. I need to focus. It's hard. I want to do it all. Why can't I do it all? Anyways, what was I? I think that's it for announcements. We are 20 minutes deep. Eric, you need to shut up. Shut your trap. Oh, I was gonna read the blog post. That's you probably get a lot from actually watching my Friday listening parties if you're an artist. There was 20 people in here at one point, like 18 of them on YouTube. There's no one on school. That's to be expected for a while. Okay, new release blog focus. Amy Goodman is what it looks like. Fiennes.com, FIENSE, new release blog. This is a picture of Amy Goodman. Go to the blog. There's links to it on title, which brings you to all the links, and then YouTube. And then this is the blog post. Amy Goodman, Democracy Now! And the Power of Independent Media in Challenging Corporate News. Amy Goodman has been the host of Democracy Now! For the last, I don't know, like 3 decades, like 30 years. It's something ridiculous. She does a great job. I find her very inspiring. I don't know how she does it. We'll talk about it. Um, she, yeah, a lot of respect for Amy. Very inspiring. Amy Goodman is my 161st official. Oh, I don't know if she's retiring. Like, I imagine she's got to retire at some point, and she's getting in her twilight years. I don't even know what that means, so don't hold me to that. I don't know what twilight years definitely means, so she's just getting towards the end of her career, and I hope this helps her. I don't know what I want to say. I hope this makes her feel good or whatever. So Amy Goodman is my 161st official release and 233rd track published. The beat is by Rainy Beats and was produced by Keanu Beats. This is part of the Mr. Congeniality 2 album, which is an album series about women I find inspiring. I have been watching Amy on Democracy Now! Since 2009 when I lived in Ypsilanti, and I actually got to meet her once and ask her a question. I have come to value Amy and admire her. To be completely honest, Democracy Now! Is hardcore news. And it's not that it's depressing, but the War and Peace Report weighs heavy on my mind, and I can only do so much, so I tune out because I become overwhelmed. Um, yeah. The truth is, Democracy Now! Is premium and thorough journalism. Democracy Now! Often breaks the most important stories that may not get the most attention but are vital to understanding current events. They also have segments giving context to reports by professional academics, which I appreciate and should be industry standard. Instead of pundits, Democracy Now! Contextualizes with expert academics and activists in the field. I think Amy is in her former years if she hasn't already retired. If you ever read this, Amy, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution to journalism, and your exit will be justly earned but wholly unfortunate, as you will be missed and revered. I hope this song can act as a small token of gratitude to your extraordinary work, consistent diligence, and extraordinary legacy. If I have a song if I have a song about you, contact me about getting rights over your song to profit from for free. Cheers. Okay, that's it. That's there's So this is what it looks like. And then I read to there, and then you can read the blog post at Fiennes.com if you would like. The rest of it. It's about 1,500 words. So, let's listen. Let's listen to Amy Goodman. Beat by Ryan Beats.
Are you searching? The truth put plainly? Democracy now is what you say to me instead of ads and corporate failings. As for me, I seek Amy Goodman. Good to have you as a friend. That's for everyone listening in. Independent media is a pillar to democracy. Need independent voices to stop the oligarchy. Peaceful protests bring light to the fear. That's why we go where the silence is real. Challenge the power structure, make it more fair. Equity over equality for equal outcomes here. Humanizing the story, the hero's allegory. Reproductive slavery is what they're forcing. Systematic barriers limit opportunity. War and peace report is on humanity. The kind of interviewers that will turn you to a radically humanist. To stop the profit of the damaging. Challenge the powerful, platform the unheard. Profit over people, break the curse. Take time to heal, use your words. Contribute to the cause, debunk the absurd. Structural silence turns structural violence. Cause we didn't call it out for outrageous violations. Are you searching? The truth but plainly? Democracy now is what you say to me. Instead of ads and corporate failings. As for me, I seek Amy Goodman. Good to have you as a friend. That's for everyone listening in. Independent media is a pillar to democracy. Need independent voices to stop the oligarchy. Peaceful protests bring light to the fear. That's why we go where the silence is real. Look in her eyes and you'll see the dread. That the real American dream is dead. The one constant we know is an incredible host. Passionate, compassionate voice that feels like home. Study what's covered, speak informed. Use accountability for media reform. We loud and proud, make the bigots hide. Being the voices of the marginalized. What she represents, a gem in her mind. A voice for our rights, a choice to revive. Bringing us towards the light. Amy, please don't go, democracy is on the line. Peace and prosperity, the mission is aligned. And she's a beacon of hope for our time. Are you searching? The truth put plainly? Democracy now is what you say to me. Instead of ads and corporate failings. As for me, I seek Amy. Look in her eyes and you'll see the dread. That the real American dream is dead. The one constant we know is an incredible host. Passionate, compassionate voice that feels like home.
Okay, so I forgot to turn on hi-fi audio on school, so sorry about that. It should be better now as we go through this. Um, and then I'm not gonna play any other person's music on the live. This is my music. This is a Friday listening party for my new song that I come out every Friday. Okay, and I'm gonna break down the song.
Are you searching? The truth put plainly?
Are you searching the truth put plainly? Democracy now is what you say to me. Instead of ads and corporate failings, as for me, I seek Amy. I think that's pretty
Democracy
self-explanatory.
now is what you say.
So Amy is the host of Democracy Now. That's why that. And there's also a song by Britney Spears called "If You Seek Amy." I'm kind of playing off that song. It's about the culture and playing off like parts of culture and everything like that. Um, but maybe this is the Amy that Britney's talking about.
Me instead of ads and corporate failings. As for me, I seek Amy Goodman.
Amy Goodman is her name.
Good to have you as a friend. That's for everyone listening in.
I imagine if you, if you're listening in, you like Amy, you like democracy, and that means, we should be friends.
Independent media is a pillar to democracy. Need independent voices to stop.
Independent media is a pillar to democracy. Need independent voices to stop the oligarchy. I talk about this. This gets talked about in the blog post about how bringing a spotlight to things is giving them a voice, is the retort to the corporate run media and how they try to silence. I talk about how structural silence turned to structural violence, um, because we didn't call it out for outrageous violations. That's kind of like the whole thing. That's the point of independent media and corporate media. You're a customer in corporate media for their sales. In this is Democracy Now! Is publicly run and they run by donations, so they are truly beholden to citizens. That's why I like it so much. Um, so yeah.
The oligarchy, peaceful protests bring light to the fear. That's why we go where the silence is real.
Peaceful protests. Um, that's why we go where the silence is real. They bring light. That's what Democracy Now! And Amy Goodman do. They bring light to the silence in many ways. They're very important.
Challenge the power structure, make it more
They challenge the power structure. That's how you make it more
fair. Equity over equality for equal outcomes here.
So you want to have equity. Equity is equal outcomes, whereas equality is equal opportunity. So what I'm saying is we want equal outcomes. Equity over equality for equal for e- for equal outcomes here.
Light to the fear. That's why we go where the silence is real. Challenge the power structure, make it more fair. Equity over equality for equal outcomes here.
Yeah.
Humanizing the story, the hero's allegory. Reproductive slavery is what they're forcing.
So there's this whole thing in America about abortion or whatever, but that's just reproductive freedom. Like that's an oppression of reproductive freedom, and it's essentially taking away. It is taking away health care from women. Um, I think we live in a disgusting society. That's one of the things that are disgusting is that we take away reproductive freedom. I say this in the method that's still up. That um, prison and reproductive slavery. Um, those are the three types that they get you through through like environmental conditions to make you a slave. Um, if it doesn't make you a slave, it forces your behavior to conformity to the government and economic system and those in power.
Systematic barriers limit opportunity. War and peace report is on humanity.
Systematic limit opportunities. Systematic barriers limit opportunities. War and Peace Report is on humanity, and it is. I love the War and Peace Report. When it was COVID, it was some like COVID report or whatever. But it's for like the last 3 decades. I've never seen it anything else but the War and Peace Report.
Interviewers that will turn you to
besides the COVID one.
Humanists to stop the profit of the damaging.
Humanists are like altruistic. I think they're atheist. It's like a secular religion. So to stop the profit of the damaging, like a lot of like all of our problems in America and around the world are because corporations profit from detriment. Someone somewhere is making money from the negative influence of what that money creates. Yeah, a lot of our, like the corporate structure is why the world is so messed up. Healthcare denials, Palestine. What else do we got? the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, a couple years back. Um, worker layoffs. I mean, it all comes down to making more money. That's my corporations.
Challenge the powerful, platform the unheard, profit over people, break the curse, take time to heal. You
And it's very clear. That's like the whole philosophy that allows them to do this is it's profit over people. Um, that's why I advocate for the three-tier system, three-tier bottom line of profit, people, planet. Because if we considered all those and not just the profit, we'd have a very different world.
use your words, contribute to the cause, debunk the absurd. Structural silence turns structural violence because we didn't call it out for outrageous violations.
I already talked about the structural violence, structural silence, structural violence.
Are you searching the truth but plainly? Democracy now is what you say to me instead of ads and corporate failings.
So democracy now doesn't take ads. Again, they're beholden to the citizens that donate, not citizens as customers.
For me, I seek Amy, Goodman. Good to have you as a friend. That's for everyone listening in. Independent media is a pillar to democracy. Need independent voices to stop the oligarchy. Peaceful protests bring light to the fear. That's why we go where the silence is real. Look in her eyes and you'll see the dread. That the real American dream is dead. The one constant we know is in.
So the American dream is dead. The American dream used to be a house with a white picket fence, a car, a family, all for one person income. Now minimum wage won't pay for a 2-bedroom apartment anywhere in the United States. So the American dream is dead. Now housing, healthcare, childcare, and education are all unaffordable. The American dream is dead. So I mean, it is a line, but I think a lot of my lines come from truth. Like I kind of see it in her eyes that, she thinks the American dream is dead. I mean, if you don't think the American dream is dead, you're basically lying to yourself, or you're uninformed, or you're ignorant, or stupid. The facts would show, yes, this was something back in the 70s, but it has been delineated by policy thanks to the most powerful and rich, so that the American dream doesn't exist anymore. And you can see it in people's eyes. They become sorrowful when they think about it, especially boomers that actually understand and don't lie to themselves and aren't just like, oh, I'm rich, so everything works. They realize that they killed the American dream. Boomers did.
Incredible host, passionate, compassionate voice that feels like home. Study what's covered, speak informed, use accountability for media reform. We loud and proud, make the bigots hide, being the voices of the marginalized. What she represents, a gem in her mind, a voice for our rights, a choice to revive, bringing us.
I'm just talking about what Amy really represents. She represents like. That's why I find her so inspiring. She represents this beacon of hope in an otherwise dismal, uninformed, ignorant, and bigoted world.
Towards the light. Amy, please don't go. Democracy is on the line.
I think she should be able to retire, don't get me wrong, but we're gonna miss you, Amy. That's what I mean by that. I don't want you to feel like some angst to like keep going. If you need to retire, all the more power to you. Thank you for your contribution.
Peace and prosperity, the mission is aligned, and she's a beacon of hope for our time. Are you searching the truth but plainly? Democracy now is what you say to me instead of ads and corporate failings. As for me, I seek Amy. Look in her eyes and you'll see the dread that the real American passionate, compassionate voice that feels like home.
Um, yeah, she's what the voice of America should be. Amy Goodman is, and that's what I mean by a voice that feels like home. Like she knows America. She speaks about it honestly, and she's very well informed. She's a voice that feels like home, and I think that's where we'll leave that. Thank you, Amy. Okay, let's see. I have an outro. Thank you for tapping in with me. This has been the Friday listening party for Amy Goodman. If you want a deeper dive, check dive. I always say dive. Why do I always say dive? If you want a deeper dive, that's probably because it's written like that. I'm saying if you want to dive deeper, check out the full blog breakdown on finance.com/blog. Streaming the song on all platforms. Stream the song on all platforms. Um, it will be this is part of the Mr. Congeniality 2 album, and that will be available on even at least 2 weeks before the release date on August 28th. Don't forget to leave a review for my music. Every listen, every comment helps the movement grow. I'll see you next Friday, same time, same vibe, brand new track. Don't forget to join the Helm 108. Support me by joining Bandcamp, and that's all I can do to help you. Unless you want to read some books. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. And until next time, you take care, all right?